always wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I went to Babson, after that finance, and then Alex and I were brainstorming every day on ideas of starting a company together. It had always been our dream to start something together. And so I was on a vacation with my boyfriend at the time in the Caribbean, and he was wearing a pair of swim shorts, and I remember I was looking at him and I'm like, there has to be a better option out there, you know? Because men's swimwear is so boring, you know, like in general. You usually see women, you know, there's thousands of brands of bikinis out there, and beach clothing that men don't have that options that women have. And as consumers of bikinis and resort wear, we saw that opportunity there. So I called Alex up and I told her, hey, what do you think if we start a men's swimwear brand? And she loved the idea, and we started working on it. So starting like conceptualizing the whole idea of Crasqi, what it was going to be, how we were going to start and everything. And then I quit my job in banking a few months later, and we started Crasqi here in Miami.
Yeah, Astrid called me from the Caribbean when she was on vacation, and she told me, I got the idea. We gotta develop a men's swimwear brand. And the moment she started to talk about it, I told her, listen, Astrid, that's it. That's what we're gonna do. Enjoy your vacation, and then I'll wait for you here with everything, with all the research prepared. So at the moment I was studying photography and filmmaking, and in an art school in the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale, and they helped me. They helped us a lot because they have so many careers that involve design, starting from fashion design, fashion merchandise, graphic design, illustration, everything, and they have like a huge support for students. So we started developing the brand together. From the logo, all the concept, what we were gonna do, how are the prints, the fit, doing research, surveys, and that's how it all started.
And I have to say that Babson also played an instrumental role. Right from the beginning, I contacted Babson and I said, hey, I want to start a business. How can you guys help me? And so I enrolled in the accelerator program at Babson, and they were able to give me a lot of guidance and resources and access to professors that could actually help us with Crasqi at the beginning, which was super helpful.
Crasqui is aquí en Los Roques, located in Venezuela. It's a beautiful archipelago. And since we were little, it was our favorite place. We went with our family on vacation, and Crasqui was our favorite key of all.
We wanted to, you know, to bring back that, to attach the brand to our heritage. We wanted to showcase to the world that incredible place, which is Los Roques, that you can see it on our Instagram. We post pictures all the time.
Our inspiration, we get it from Miami. Part of our inspiration, we get it from Venezuela. We're both born and raised in Venezuela. And all of our collections are going to be very colorful. That's what stands out about the brand. All the vibrant colors are are a representation of what we see every day.
We wanted to be able to offer something that was cool, young, you know, and vibrant and fresh. A real fresh option for men. Men look cool in these swim shorts. You know, like when you go to the beach, it happens to me all the time. Every time we go to the beach, it's like we're doing market research, you know, like we're checking out guys, but it's work, you know. And we constantly look at guys and we're amazed at how women look amazing at the beach and men not necessarily, like. And at the beach, it's where where you should look your best, you know, because it's the time when you're actually not wearing anything but a pair of shorts, you know. So you might as well wear something cool that makes you look good, that fits you well, you know, that makes your body look good, and we feel that the colors also add like that touch, you know. The beach is the place to relax and to have fun, you know, not to wear black. You have the entire year to wear black at work. We just realized that men look better with shorter shorts, you know. You know, men usually have nice legs, and when you wear, like when you when you have a mid-length short, it just makes the body look better. You know, when we had our prototypes for longer shorts under the knee, we just didn't like how they looked, you know? And the trends are also going shorter and shorter. It just looks cooler on the shorter. They're pricey, but they're worth it. You know, we put a lot of hard work and energy into making the quality pristine. Like Alex said, the fabrics are from Italy and they're manufactured in Europe responsibly. That was another thing, you know, that we ran into at the beginning. We were like, everyone kept telling us, no, do it in China, make it in China, you know, you get a better profit. But that's not what the brand is all about, you know, like that's not our philosophy. It doesn't go with it. So we're willing to forgo some profit and stay true to our values, you know. Social responsibility has always been like a super important thing for us since the beginning. Like we actually started the business or started the idea with thinking, okay, how can we make a difference by having a company, you know? And being able to match those up and for it to make sense. Like Crasqi is a swimwear brand and there's 1% for the planet. We donate towards protecting the oceans, so it goes hand in hand. It makes sense. Social responsibility has taken such an important part of business. You know, nowadays it's not just about a business making money and, you know, it's about making a difference. And consumers and customers really appreciate that, and there's like I said before, like a lot of consumers that are looking into that.
We're selling in St. Bart's, in Bahamas, in Canouan, in Canary Islands, Barcelona, Dubai, Seychelles, Mauritius Island, St. Bart's. So it's basically hotspots, luxury resorts that are selling them, and also online. Storytelling has been one of our main traits. We've done it a lot through social media. Nowadays, it's so easy to reach such an amount of people, of the target market, and be able to communicate with them each and every day. What are the values of the company? What is the lifestyle of the brand?
I think what resonates the most nowadays is having a story. It's no longer about just having a huge marketing budget, you know, and being on all the magazines, but more about having a story, because nowadays you have social media and people are every day engaging with your brand, and you have to have a story behind it. Otherwise, they will lose interest and just unfollow with a click of a button. And your brand is history for them. We have different angles. One of them is social responsibility. So for like Anjali said, we are proud members of 1% for the planet. And so we talk about that a lot, and a lot of our fans and followers appreciate that, because nowadays with all this young generation, there's so many people that care actually about what they're buying versus before, you know. People want to make a difference through every dollar they spend. And so we have that angle. We also have the Miami angle, which people love. Miami is a hotspot right now, and it's a very interesting place to be as a brand. And so we try to tell that story, again, through our social media, which is the most important communication channel that we have direct to our audience. I think this is the perfect time to be in Miami. I mean, in October, I think it was in October, we received the Departures magazine from American Express, and the whole issue, entire issue, was focused on Miami, and it was calling it America's City of the Future. The whole issue, it was talking about real estate boom in Miami, it was talking about art, it was talking about everything, sports, everything, the Miami Heat. Miami right now is a really good place to be, and a really interesting place to start a business as well. I mean, we've seen companies emerge here in Miami, like Hugo Fresh, for example, is a great example of a startup that started with a small store. It was a juice bar in Miami Beach, and now I think they have like 7 or 8 locations. There are stories like Coconut Cartel as well, who I think they were here last year for this event, that have done very well. Zach the Baker. So you keep hearing about all these new entrepreneurs starting their own businesses here in Miami, which is very exciting for us, because you didn't see much of that before. At least when from the time we've been here, at the beginning we felt like there was that lack of, you know, the entrepreneurial vibe. But now it just feels like it's growing and growing. Every time we hear of new businesses starting up and new people wanting to start their own businesses here in Miami, and I think that also from a branding perspective, attaching a brand to Miami, be it swimwear or being juice or whatever it is, it's always an opportunity. It's a plus.
even added the Miami to our logo because we feel proud of it, but showing the world that we're from here. As you mentioned, I studied photography and filmmaking, and what has influenced me the most is traveling. Photography nowadays for any company is it's a must. It's the way to show without saying in words. It's the image that sticks in the head of their customers.
Each and every image or every message that you put up there that speaks up to what the brand is about. I mean, Crasqi is a luxury brand, but we like to call it a luxury brand with heart because the product is made in Europe from super good quality materials, like a lot of attention to detail with Italian fabric. So in that sense, it's considered a luxury brand, but it has heart. It's not the typical luxury brand that you see out there that, you know, that's very cold or very like snobbish. But it has heart and it has a story, and we're trying to make a difference to our brand as well. So I think it's about how you communicate it and making sure people understand the DNA of the brand. We love to get people involved. Nowadays, it's all about the audience engaging and connecting with the brand. So for us, through Instagram, we've had the luck of having followers that really love the product and they want to be a part of it. So they constantly send us pictures from everywhere around the world. If you look at our Instagram, there's pictures like, sometimes we wake up in the morning, we have pictures like someone in Australia, you know, with the swim shorts, or in Dubai, or anywhere. Like, it happens all the time. Or skydiving, or kite surfing, or doing all these crazy things. So we encourage that. We call it the Crasqi crew. That's our hashtag, and it basically shows all of our customers that have purchased our products, not just the swim shorts, but the bracelets as well. They constantly connect with the brand and tag us and hashtag us and talk about the brand when they receive the packaging, the shipping. Over the holidays, we got a ton of those, and it was very exciting to see how people can actually connect with your brand and become a part of the story. Right.